Real quick. I am live, so people know that I'm live. I don't know what the topic of discussion will even be today. Also, I'm on my iPad, so it's being kind of yeah. So let's see how many people come in here. In the meantime, I'm just going to talk about nothing, nonsense. What's up? How's it going? Oh, everybody's coming. Oh, we got 10 people already. That's pretty amazing. First time live with me. I don't go live very often, so it's rare. Actually, I think this is only the third or fourth time I've gone live. I finally did miss it. Yeah. New to my live stream. Welcome. Well, are you new to the channel though? So, man, last night was a late night, so excuse me if I'm a little tired. I was actually live on Instagram for about 6 hours, and it was pretty deep. Okay, what's up, guys? You're a rapper. I'm a rapper as well sometimes. Yeah, I was live on Instagram last night for 6 hours having some pretty deep conversations. Network problems. I want to make a proper song soon like you. Go for it. So I should have. I've never heard you rap before. Well, you haven't watched my videos then, because I have a few videos where I actually mix a song where I'm rapping. What am I talking today? Internet tabs and mermaids. Mermaids? Were we talking about mermaids? I don't remember the mermaids. How to mix rap vocals. That's what the video's called. Or how to EQ rap vocals. And then I have another one, how to record raps. Oh yeah. Little Mermaid. So that definitely happened. I was like, mermaids? We were not talking about mermaids. My rapping skills are OP. Thank you. You are so talented. Thank you. Stone. Best content. The mobile album is still at the same place it was on my last video. I haven't touched it since the last video that I did. So this month is all about focusing back on that. And I have a video that I will be making for Thursday, which is going to basically get back to that. What's up, Nicholas? One of the channel members, Nicholas, always supportive. Sing for us. Sing? You want me to sing, bro? I don't know about all that. No, I'm not signed to a record label. I'm independent. I don't think I want to be signed. It's too much. Yeah, they cut into your profit. You only get like 10% and all that crazy stuff. I'd rather have all my money. Just do it on my own. I need to get a better live stream setup. Right now I'm on this iPad, which is, it works for now, but let's see. What time is it for me? It's 2:12 in the afternoon. What's the theme you're going for on the mobile album? Whatever comes to my brain. There's not really a theme, since it's something that I just wanted to prove that you can do. I didn't really come up with a theme. It's probably going to be some love songs though. But I think what it's going to be called is Omni. So you think about omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. It means everywhere, Omni. So I can make music everywhere, aka on my phone. From France, I love what you do. I appreciate that, man. I was just in France last year, which was really dope. I plan to come back. I was in Nice. Swag, follow, bro, 2-for-1. What do you mean? How did I learn to make music? I have a video on how I learned to make music. And I answered that question in the last live as well. I taught myself. In a very short answer, I taught myself. How come independent artists don't get famous? You do. They do. It just takes time. Look at Lil Nas X. He was independent. He got famous. He blew up. He had the biggest song of the year last year. Macklemore. He was independent, and when he blew up, he had the number one song in the whole world for the longest time with Thrift Shop. So it happens. It's just you know, independent artists, they count on themselves. They have to do 4 times as much work because they don't have the money that a major artist has. That's why. Child Legend, I see you stay fresh, bro. Thank you, man. Got a song to send. No mixing needed. Just need tips and suggestions. Well, you would have to get a consultation for that. I don't give like tips and suggestions anymore because I get a lot of requests for that stuff, and it just takes up way too much time. So I have to charge for that because I get thousands of people asking, "Hey, can I get your advice, bro?" Like I have 100 DMs that I haven't responded to in my Instagram because I'm dreading all the messages are going to be, "I have this song, can you give me some advice?" And it just gets tiring. So I had to like kind of chill out. I should sleep, but I don't want to miss this. I mean, I'm just talking. I'm not going to do much, but I appreciate if you want to stay. I already answered that question. I taught myself how to make music. Wait, am I scrolling too far back? No, I don't think I am. And I answered the question about independent artists. Why aren't I famous? Because it takes time, and it's time, it's work, it's the right place in the right time. Fame comes not just by having good music, but also comes by the work, and also by who you know, and also by basically being fortunate, being lucky. And all the cards have to align to basically reach that stuff. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Freddie. Freddie the Real Gamer. What kind of games you play? You play Apex? Hey chat, hey, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday indeed. Please sing. I don't want to sing right now. Could you do a Sound Like Black on GarageBand? What, like a plugins? Because he doesn't really have a special sound. It's just a, you know. I only do those kind of videos when there's like a specific effect that the person has that you're trying to achieve. Nas X technically had the biggest song of all time if you put into account the fact he had world record for the long. Yeah, he did, and he was independent when he did it. I wrote something. Do you want to see it? Wrote something. Do you want to see it? I promise it's going to be on Billboard. Do I want to see it? Some labels are absolutely terrible, and some are not that bad. I agree. Love what you're doing. Thanks, man. I try my best to give people valuable things while being completely honest with everybody because I value honesty as well. So I like Travis Scott is the GOAT. You don't want me to talk about Travis Scott. I'm already getting enough hate about Travis Scott. I do not think he's the GOAT. You don't sound stupid. I get asked this question all the time. I want everybody in here to guess my age. I'm not gonna say, but just guess my age. I'll reveal my age on my birthday, which is this month, but I want people to guess. Why don't I use Logic? Because all my stuff is in GarageBand, and I don't want to switch while I'm in the middle of making an album. I don't want to have to learn something brand new. My absolute favorite part of the creative process of music, people relating to, well, I mean, if you're talking about the creative process, that's different. It would have to be the recording harmonies part, probably. I love doing harmonies. I'm a big harmony guy. Hey, what's up, man? J Fusion's in the house. Independent artist. I have a really good song which has been out for 5 months and it only reached 1K a couple of days ago. That's dope, man. Congrats. You talking about streams? Because I don't even have songs that have 1K yet. Actually, I think I only have one or two that has 1,000 streams. FL is the most comfortable one to use. FL, that's what I started on. It was very easy to learn. And then that's why I switched to Machine, because it reminded me of FL, but it had way better stock sounds. And it had the Machine, obviously. The effect I want to achieve, if the effect Childish Gambino is the effect Childish Gambino had for his voice on algorithm. I'll look into that. I haven't listened to his new thing yet. I play Fortnite and FIFA. Ugh, Fortnite, man. I don't like Fortnite. And I never played FIFA. What free music software do you recommend? GarageBand. So we said 29, 27, you're 28, 23, 28, 26, 25. So basically, yeah, normally this is what everybody guesses between 23 and 28 years old, which is a nice little range. Yeah, I'm in San Diego. I answered 23, 24. You inspire me a lot, but GarageBand is hard for me to learn, and I don't know how to make music for free with any other apps. Can you help me out and give me some suggestions? I have about 50 videos on GarageBand. I would recommend you watch them. Everything that I would suggest you are in those videos, and I explain. Like me talking about it here is not going to help, because I need to actually show you. And in those videos, I show you. I have one that's called "How to Make Music in GarageBand for Beginners." Then I have all my videos basically recording vocals in GarageBand, how to record vocals and harmonies. That teaches how to record the vocals and all that stuff. I have one about plugins, whether you pay for them. I have one about free built-in GarageBand plugins. I have many GarageBand videos. Your videos are no BS and at a level that is understandable. You are helping me learn. That's what I aim to do, man. 1K views is still streams. Views are streams. It's just a video. I would be in the studio right now, but it's much too hot outside, and the air conditioner in my studio is obnoxiously loud. Oh yeah, if you're recording, that's pretty bad. Love your videos, but I've seen you mostly use GarageBand. What's your experience with other DAWs like FL Studio? I don't use any other DAWs to do anything aside from Machine. I use Machine to make the beats. I use GarageBand to record the vocals. My experience with other DAWs, FL Studio was great. I just didn't like the stock sounds. It's very great for sampling, especially. But I moved to Machine because a friend showed me the sound in Machine, and I just fell in love. And then it has the hardware to go with it. I love hardware software combinations. That's why I love Macs. That's why I love Apple. And then Machine is basically like the Apple to me of music software. So that's why I switched. I used Reason very briefly, which I love the interface of Reason, but it also is very complicated in some of the things that you have to do with like routing different things. And then also I couldn't get the drums to hit hard enough in Reason, so I kind of gave up on Reason. Want to make a song very soon? You should do that. Feel like Summer was from FL. Is that Childish Gambino? You think I'm 25? How much you charge for studio time? That's something, it goes up and down. It depends, but normally I tell people like 50 an hour for studio time, which is pretty low. If I have a PC computer, what free software do you recommend? Okay, GarageBand. Free? I don't know, because I don't have a PC. I don't know, like the free ones that people tell me about is like Reaper and stuff. I wouldn't recommend Reaper. It comes with nothing. No sounds, no plugins. I don't recommend something like that. There's something called Cakewalk by the people who made BandLab, but I never used it, so I can't say that it's good or bad. But if you want to try it, then you can try it. There's also like Pro Tools First, which is very limited, and Ableton Live Lite, which is also free, but it's very limited. Yes, GarageBand is only for Apple. Oh, you're from San Diego too? That's dope, man. I wonder if you're the person that met me at the Taco Bell. I'm still trying to figure out what his name was, because there was one subscriber that I had. I was doing Grubhub deliveries, and then I get tapped on the shoulder. Legend, I am Legend. I'm like, yeah. Man, I'm a fan of your YouTube channel. Da, da, da. And I'm like, man, I'm in the middle of a delivery. I'm getting tapped. It was like the second time in my city that I got recognized in public. which was pretty cool. Let's see. Can you record vocals without a professional microphone? Yeah, but it's not gonna sound good. Love your content, taught me so much. Appreciate that comment, whatever you want, however you want to call it. Also, shout out to IAMLXGEND. He's cool. Shout out to you. Is it Kyle? What free beat makers you recommend? I just gave a free one, Cakewalk, but I can't recommend it because I don't use PC, so I don't know anything about good best programs. Not free. I don't know anything about free programs on there. I haven't used any of them. Not ones that you can actually do stuff with. I would say Pro Tools first. I would say Ableton Live Lite, but from what I understand, you get 8 tracks. That's, for me, that's not enough, but it's a start, I guess. So maybe Pro Tools first is what you want to look for. Love your work. Do you like flute trap beats? Yeah, but I'm tired of trap. I hate trap right now. It depends on who's making it. Like, some trap is inspired, like it's got a different sound, but most of the trap that's out right now sounds all the same. For instance, Justin Bieber's last album, Changes, all that's kind of like trap inspired music. And I was so excited for that album. Every single song that I previewed on that album sounded exactly the same, all the beats, so I never listened to it. I'm getting so tired of the typical trap hi-hats and all that stuff. Do something new with it. Yeah, see, J Fusion said Cakewalk, so that's one I'd recommend. Yes, I'm still using Lander. I love Lander. I want to start making. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on these comments. I want to start making beats. Do you know how much I should sell my first one for? I would recommend you start selling your beats leases for like $25, or you could do like $20, 25, and for exclusives, maybe like just starting out, if you want to do your first one, maybe like $150, $200. I think that's fair. I currently charge $500 for mine. I would charge more, but I don't have the notoriety yet to demand a higher price. But I am definitely not cheap, so that's why I charge $500. Where was I at? Best pack for FL Studio? What do you mean best pack? Best sample pack? I don't know. Whatever one sounds dope to you. I don't really download many sample packs. Samplified.us has a lot of really good ones. I bought their entire library of sample packs. Yeah, Cakewalk. See, we got 2 people for Cakewalk, so there you go. GarageBand, Logic plugins are great. Especially Logic. Bro, I can write, but I don't know how to sing or compose. You should take some lessons. Take some. I don't know. There's plenty of YouTube videos that teach you how to learn how to sing and how to compose, whether it's from the heart and by the ear, or like you actually learn the music theory on paper. So there's many videos, and then you can use Skillshare too. But there's many free videos on YouTube. What's up, Ace? I feel like I'm reading comments over and over again. I'm still using Lander. I want to start making beats. Wait, no. See, I already read that one. Cubase. If you want it for free, you have to get it from Pirate Bay. Don't do that. Don't pirate stuff. I can't. I mean, once upon a time, I used to crack software and stuff, but I can't recommend that now because as a creator, I just know that people when you pirate things, it means less sales for the company, which means I just got a copyright claim. Okay, random. Yeah, pirated stuff is not. I understand it because I did it before, but I would recommend just saving the money to buy it because, and if you do pirate it, buy it eventually. Because number one, they will track you down. This happened to Curtis King. He has a video on it. He pirated FL Studio, and then they found out. They sent him an email, and they said basically, if you don't buy it, we're gonna sue you up the yin yang and take you to court. So these companies have ways of tracking you now. The technology exists. Don't pirate stuff. But if you do, buy it eventually. But what I was saying was, like, when you pirate stuff, the companies make less money, then people make less money as a result of that. So you're kind of taken away from somebody's table. You know, you got to support. Under lots of new videos, you're amazing. Thank you, thank you. I can write verses, but cannot complete a full song and not a good voice and music experience. I have a video about how to write songs and how to get inspired again. I have a lot of videos on lyric writing, so you should check those out. Picture on the background is the Rat Pack. It is indeed. I got that from Burlington Coat Factory, I think. When songwriting, do you tend to start by creating melodies first or the lyrics? It depends. Sometimes it's lyrics first, sometimes it's the melody. Because sometimes I'll feel something first and I'll write that. Like lyric-wise, I have something I want to communicate. Other times I'll feel a melody first and then I'll write the lyrics around the melody. Do you support mumble rap? I really don't. No, I don't really like mumble rap. I don't support stuff I can't understand. As in, literally, I can't understand what they're saying. I think it's dumb. Call me a boomer all you want, but I think it's dumb. What I love about Reaper is that it's cross-platform. Yeah, that's what I heard or what I saw when I was looking up things like that. Software, sorry, free software. You're the best. Thanks a lot for your videos. Thank you, B. Just moved to San Marcos. What's your favorite thing to do in San Diego? Eat Mexican food. That's my favorite thing to do. I should probably say the beach, but I don't go to the beach enough. I take it for granted, especially now. I definitely know I took it for granted because now we can't even go. But eating the San Diego Mexican food, that's the best Mexican food in the country. LA can't top that. San Francisco can't top that. Texas can't top that. Florida can't top that. San Diego has the best Mexican food. So eating a nice plate of carne asada fries. Ooh wee. I support them. Need the new Justin Bieber album. Needed changes done to it. Yeah, it didn't hit for me. I was very disappointed. You're the best. Thanks a lot for your videos. Thank you. You know when something sounds like it's underwater like the beat, I don't know, but it's possible to have this effect on GarageBand. Yes, that is called a low pass filter. You just put it on there and then you drag the thing to the right and it'll have that sound. Just look it up in the filter whatever section, low pass filter. Change was literally so easy for him to make, and it took him 5 years. I mean, I think a lot of those years he wasn't making music. He was probably just living his life, and then like the latter part of those 5 years, that's when he started working on stuff, because he knew he had to like come out with something because it's been a while since Purpose. But I think maybe it was rushed, or maybe it just, I don't know, it just, Purpose was a really good album. The changes, I felt like he was trying to match the same energy of Purpose, but when you try to match the same energy of something else, you've already failed. You have to keep on with fresh ideas. You have to keep on with something new. Don't try to compete with yourself. It's never going to work. If Kanye West tried to make another College Dropout, or tried to make another Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, or tried to make another Life of Pablo, he would fail. That's why he's constantly always making new types of albums. He goes from College Dropout to Late Registration to Graduation, which is more synthy, to 808s and Heartbreak, which is all auto-tune, to, you see what I mean? Never tries to repeat himself. How much do I charge for mixing and mastering? Between $100 and $300, depending on how many tracks are in the project. When I say tracks, I don't mean songs. I mean vocal stems. What do you do, baby? Hi, man, you are the best. Thanks a lot for your videos. I enjoyed every single one. Keep going. Good job. Thank you very much. You should get a studio in Miami. I will go every day. Once the money comes, man, I don't having what do they call it? A franchise. I really do want to have something like that, like a franchise of studios. You know, specifically for people like us. Can music get girls? Those are not the girls that you want to get, trust me. I want to make beats, but don't know where to start. And do I need to know the notes to the instruments? No, you don't. I don't know the notes to the instruments. I play by ear. You need to know the sounds of the notes, like what match. but you don't need to know this is a C, this is a B. It helps, but you don't need to know it. Um, as far as where to start, you gotta have a computer and a program. That's all. Other videos, thank you, man. Major Beats, have you used the Sauce plugin from? No, I haven't. I haven't used any of his stuff. I didn't even know he had a plugin. Give me about mixing prices. Do that on Instagram. And if you did, we will try to respond today. Watching your 5 apps every artist needs. Do you distribute your own music? No, I haven't. This is actually what I'm going to do with this mobile album that I finish. I'm going to distribute it with Amuse because it's a mobile app. And that's the whole point of the whole iPhone album is to do it on your iPhone. I'm going to use Amuse for that. But my stuff, I use DistroKid. And before that, I used TuneCore for 2 songs, and then I used Ditto for 1 song. Speaking of track numbers and stuff, the song that I released back in early April had like 20 tracks, and 19 of them were all vocals. I think that's relatively normal, at least for me. Most of my songs have between like 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, probably like 20 to 40 tracks. Depends on how many harmonies I have and adds. And then if you really want to get crazy, like Dark Child, when he records like Michael Jackson, he had 16 stacks of 1 note alone. So you can imagine how many tracks were in that project. Back to work. Mm-hmm. I don't know who J.O. Felony is. Is OTT a good plugin? I don't know what that is. What's my favorite genre of music to create? That would be the R&B pop genre, kind of like the Chris Brown realm. I think that's the best way to explain my music, because it's not classic R&B. I mean, when you say R&B these days, people don't really think about the classic R&B, but that's what I think about because that's the time I was born in. But it's like music mixed with pop and hip hop beats. I'm reading very old comments. I'm trying to catch up on it with everybody. That's why I'm trying to go fast. Maybe I shouldn't do that. What's the next track out Tuesday about? It'll be about. This is the mixing and mastering series, so that's going to be me making a song. Grams was surprising Justin sounding great with purple all the way down. Oh no, I'm almost caught up right here. Mix between rap and solo. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean. When are you going to post a Michael Jackson song? What Michael Jackson song? You talking about Annie? That's already posted. Justin sounded Purpose and Changes. I didn't listen to Changes, so I don't know how he sounds. With Purpose, he sounded really good. Believe was the album that made me a Justin Bieber fan. That was a really great album as well. You got any tips on making a YouTube channel stand out? I started 3 weeks ago and can't get many viewers, but I know I got a good product. What do you do? What kind of videos do you make? No, you're from San Diego. I live in Ensenada. Encinitas. My brother lives up there. My youngest brother lives up there. Hey, do you have any free R&B tracks I can use? No, I do not. All for purchase. Nothing is for free. This is my job. I must make money. I use DistroKid. I got the cheapest plan. That's fine, isn't it? Or would I need to get more expensive plan to get somewhere far? No. You buying a more expensive plan doesn't automatically boost your chances of getting further in your music. That's entirely dependent on you, your work, who you know, and all that stuff. And a plan on DistroKid doesn't really help that unless it was like including Spotify pitching your song or something crazy like that. But from my understanding, the more expensive plan is for like record labels and things with multiple artists. But if you're just by yourself, just get the cheap one. Of course, they have different features too. That's another thing, but whatever. I have FL flash drive, the 199 pound, and this stupid thing. I don't really know how to use it. FL flash drive? What do you mean? Have you ever tried to download some MJ sessions to explore the songs? That's if J Fusion is in here. That's something that he does a whole lot. I don't know how he gets those acapellas, but he has a bunch of that Flowmaster question. Make beats. So I mean, what I would recommend you is just keep uploading videos. If it's like video, that's the kind of thing you want to do. You post those. If you want to do the stuff that I do, where I am in the studio making a beat, like I posted a few of these, some time ago. It's like me making the beat in the process. Not a full 10-minute video, but like 3 minutes. You could do, or you can teach people like I do. Tutorials are the best way to get noticed over time because people are constantly searching. Like search, I used search as my best friend to grow my channel. But because I used search to grow my channel and did not only tutorials, but mostly tutorials, now that's what people for me. So you kind of have to be careful because I did not want to be a tutorial channel, and I still don't consider myself a tutorial channel. Whatever you do, you have to make this you're going to want to do it for the long haul that you can stick to, because YouTube will you'll see in the result. Once one video blows up, that's what you want to do. But be careful, because if that's what you do, you're going to kind of be stuck in that. But you got to stay consistent. Upload at least once a week. I would recommend twice a week. Not just for a month, not just for 2 months, not just for 6 months, not just for, but like forever. Because YouTube will take notes. I guarantee it. Especially if you tag, you do your descriptions, your titles, your thumbnails, all that stuff right. Do you hum the melody out before you write? Oftentimes I do, yes. Cheapest DistroKid doesn't let you custom release. Well, there you go. So you would want, if you want a custom release date, you would get the more expensive plan. But if you don't care, then just can anyone how to sample? Because on my Mac I don't know how to sample. Is there a GarageBand sampler, or is there a VST plugin I need to a sampler? I know there is one in GarageBand for iOS, so there should be one in GarageBand. And if you just run whatever trying to sample through GarageBand through your audio face, you can sample that way. Just press record and it should record the audio straight in. But that's something I've never really sampled by downloading or converting a file from a record and then chopping the sample like that. I wasn't trying to get over just asking. Oh no, I got you. Have you or would you collab with a subscriber song? Yes, I think I'm working something like that. I know someone asked me and I told them like, okay, yeah, I'd be down. Oh, that's who it was. I need to get back to her. One of my friends from Portugal. So yeah, it has to happen naturally. It has to be something that I vibe with, something that matches my brand, my style of music, my whatever I'm feeling at the time. The quality has to be there. All these things have to align, and then it just has to feel right. So I don't like to just say, yeah, let's make a song, and it has these things. I'm very cool about that stuff. I find a medium. No problem. Master started using DaVinci Resolve last week, and I'm editing my first music video. That's dope, man. DaVinci Resolve is very powerful, and it's free, which is insane. The only thing that the free version doesn't have is 4K, but I think it still has 2K stuff, so well, it's pretty dope. I have DaVinci Resolve, I just don't use it. Is beat block something you experience while making beats? All the time. That's I only make beats and only make music now inspired to do so. I hate being beat blocked. It makes me less inspired and more frustrated. So I used to make like between 200 and 400 beats a year, but that has dramatically decreased to like last year. I think maybe I finished around 20 beats because I only write when I'm in that mood. Otherwise, when I'm trying to force things out, I always experience beat block. It's changed for me a lot because I never used to be this way, but now I am. Is Isotope Lo-Fi plugin? I don't know. I've never used it. But if you want a good vinyl plugin, Abbey Road Vinyl is a great one. I love to use that. I've demonstrated that in a few of my videos. If you do buy it, please go buy it from that video because I will get a percentage and it helps my channel out. Ask you about your teacher too, but you won't get back to me yet. Is this about the one on Ghost? I'm telling you, man, I'm really bad. When I get so many messages, I shut down. I look at the messages and I'm like, I just put my phone away. So this is why I need a secretary or something because I hate seeing my stuff piled up, but I know how to get to it. I've done a concert. I've played a few shows in San Diego. I've headlined a few shows in San Diego, and my biggest show is when I opened up for Layla Hathaway, which was kind of unfortunate because some other guy who didn't even sell any tickets, we sold all the opening tickets. He didn't sell any. He cut our act short, and I had really dope song playing to close out, but I couldn't do it. I have a video on that on my channel as well. I don't know how to match sounds to keys. So say like certain 808 and I want to make a bass, but I don't know how to get in different keys. A bass? Well, GarageBand I think is as simple as if you put the bass on like one track, just play it. That's how you play different keys. You don't have to match to anything. Put the instrument right there, plug in your MIDI controller, and you can play whatever key you want to play. It's all going to be that bass. You don't have to map it like this is the do that. GarageBand is very tricky with mapping like way so that you can mix them properly. Make a video of making a new rap song. I will eventually, because I do have this rap that I've been rapping for the longest time that needs to be put on some project. The bars are too good, so I will at some point. I just don't know when. You can sample in the last one. Sample. Yeah, that's the one. It was something. I couldn't think of the name. I never use it though. Do I like Kit Kat? I like Kit Kat, but my favorite chocolate is Butterfingers. I just feels I had to make a new Facebook account for that because my main account started getting easy. Yeah, man. I don't even use Facebook anymore at all. People mess up my channel on Facebook all the time, and I respond like 3 months later because I never log in. I'm a piano player. Pretty good one too. Want a ham? Want a ham? Oh, jam. I'm like, want a ham? What? Oh, man. Also, my throat itches. I got like probably like 15 minutes and then I'm gonna get off here. This thing is funny. You can put people on timeout, put user on timeout, hide user on the channel, add moderator, remove. I can put you on timeout if I wanted to. That's actually really hilarious. Why would they even name it like that? Put user on timeout. Oh man. I'm trying to do research here. With great power comes great responsibility. Mm-hmm. What's my dog doing? He's trying to eat my socks. You're finally caught up with the messages. Yeah, I am caught up. I can't scroll up anymore. And what is it? Art, Sing It Up. Those are the only two things I have. Luckily, Joseph ain't here. He'd be on timeout immediately. Yeah, if there was timeout on Instagram, I would definitely use it on Joseph. Joseph, man, yesterday, I don't know what happened with him and that girl, but he came back after a while. He was like, man, she's beautiful. I don't know where she came from, by the way. She's not even one of my followers. She just came out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, they It's probably something to do with, I don't know. I don't know if it's my iPad being slow. My messages are taking ages to come through. Yeah, it's probably just the fact that it had some lag. Or maybe it's you. She tamed done him. Wait, what? Oh goodness gracious, man! Life of a YouTuber getting copyright emails. I hate this stuff. How YouTube saved my studio vlog. I don't know, man. This is questionable. Of course, it is UMG. I was typing too fast. Oh, she done tamed him. I have too many messages. Yeah, I do. Blue microphone blue is Rode NTA1. I don't know because I never NTA1. Does anyone know how to play a sample on a MIDI keyboard? I explained this. I can't play any of the samples on my keyboard, but if I drag in an 808, it just plays that 808. Yeah, because if you put an 808 on a track, then that's the only thing that it's going to play because that's on the track. Not for this live. I got copyrighted for something else. But you just read my message. Thanks. You're welcome, man. Of course I did. But yeah, as far as playing a sample, put the sample on there and you play it. It's the same as doing like a something. But then how do I play the sound on my? How do you play the sound? Press the key. I don't know what you mean. You put the instrument on the track. So now you have this on this track in GarageBand. It's one track, which is a stem or whatever. That's the instrument that you want to play. You click on it and then you press on the key and that triggers the sample. Whatever is on that track. It's just, I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. Kind of person to be able to really solid take one time through and be done except background vocals. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. It depends how long you've been recording. I remember the first time I ever recorded like in a professional studio, the guy was kind of shocked. I grew it pretty fast. But it was because I've been recording in my home for quite some time. Somebody matched me on Bumble. Drink with me. 2 days gone by to the life. I watched to a Mac. You take on the importance. Your take on the importance. Oh, I think they're very important because I have been stolen from so many times, and I could have avoided that, or at least had my name in the tagged version of a song if I just put tags on my. That's how a lot of my music is stolen. But then, like, I only tag videos if I post it as a type beat video. If it's like a performance video of me making it in the studio, I don't want to put tags all over it. But it's what people steal. So it's tough. I love, unless you're talking about tags like Maybach music and that kind of stuff. That's different. That then that's their thing. I really like that. I think I would just rather people recognize that this is my sound. You know, like Timbaland doesn't have a tag, but you can tell when Timbaland makes a beat all day because he has his own style. What can you use to emphasize yourself and your music other than the basics like IG and YouTube? Facebook and Twitter. I wouldn't say SoundCloud is one of them, but I really don't value in SoundCloud. I don't know how to blow a platform. I think I don't know anything about SoundCloud. That's why I hate. But right now, oh, TikTok is a big one. TikTok is a very big one. If you can figure that out, it's huge. Huge for upcoming artists. Huge for songs blowing up. TikTok will make you famous, make your song blow up in an instant if you can figure that out. I understand when difficulties getting a sound from Splice and not being able to play it because I can't find the GarageBand sampler. So just you go to the GarageBand thing. Actually, you don't even need to do it. Oh, yeah, I think you do. Go to the plugin list or whatever it is, and then you go under Apple or wherever you find the plugins in GarageBand. I can't give it. And then you click AU sampler. It's an audio unit and it's a sampler, and then you do that. When I ever recorded, I was nervous. Do shocked at how easy. Yeah, it's exactly how it was for me. Use Audio Technica Mixcraft as a DAW. Is that a good choice? I have no idea. Acoustic Mixcraft. Sorry, I read that wrong. I have no idea. I've never used that, so I don't know what it has, what it's capable of, any of that stuff. I can't really say. Still trying to set up the My GarageBand. What do you mean? What MIDI controller do I use? I currently use 1, 2, 3 different MIDI controllers depending on my mood. If I'm playing like a song that I know is gonna have a lot of notes and like range, I use the Arturia Keylab 61, which is my first 61 key keyboard. If I'm playing something that's gonna be very sick, just has like a couple of notes here and there, like synth leads or whatever, I'll use the Arturia Microlab or the the Complete Control M32. I'll especially use the M32 if I don't feel like getting out my machine, because I can control the DAW with the keyboard. You follow me on TikTok? Why don't I have any followers? Because I don't post on TikTok, and yeah, I don't really push it out anywhere. I think that's one reason. It's the same reason. Well, Instagram's different. I think Instagram is impossible to grow on these days. One piece of advice for producers, mainly in the gospel genre. The same as producers in any genre. Just continue to work on your craft. It's a very basic piece of advice, but I don't know what else. Without specifics, just to basically, I would say, just keep doing what you do, and don't let people tell you how you should sound or what you should make. Things like that. Find your own voice. Don't try and be like anybody else, because we already have those people. Make yourself your own you. Don't get me wrong though, my first song was still trash. My first song that I recorded myself was with a computer mic that was about this skinny, and it was utter garbage. But my first actual song, like studio song that I recorded, that was pretty dope. It's cringy, but it was dope. Please mentor me. Just want to be good with music production. All my subscribers are my mentees. As far as like personal mentorship, that's something that I would consider consulting, and that's something that I charge for. No problem, Jerry. Mental health has been very much rocky over the past couple days. So tired of everything falling apart. You and me both. How do you get over writer's block? I have a video about that. I just live life. I let my life dictate my inspiration. I don't try to force anything or anything like that. I'll watch a video, a movie. I'll go travel somewhere. I'll get in a relationship, not just for the sake of writing, but like basically just living my life. And then eventually I have something to inspire the writing again. Thanks so much. I have one last question. After I click AU, then Apple, which one? Sampler, AU sampler. I remember I used to record on a gaming headset and thought it was fire. Yeah, I had that little mic. I had it set up like this, and I would stack my vocals with that trash computer mic. It wasn't even a USB mic. It was a mic that you plug into the headphone jack. That was the worst kind of microphone, even worse than USB mic. But I was recording, and what was I using to record? I was on a PC, and I was using Sound Recorder on Windows XP to record literal songs. That is a struggle. That's not even a DAW. But that's what you do when times are desperate. And then I remember the first time I figured out how to record vocals to a tape. I had like a, condenser microphone, and then I had like this old equipment, analog equipment, and I recorded my vocals to a cassette tape. And I was stacking, I was in there dubbing and stuff. Man, you could tell me nothing. It was horrible though. Sample delay, um, I don't know, man. I would recommend you YouTube it because I really don't know. I thought there was a sampler in GarageBand, so you might want to YouTube it. It's the same mic, but I used Audacity. Oh, I used Audacity too. I used Sound Recorder. Then I graduated to Audacity, and then I went from Audacity to Acid Pro, and SoundForge. I thought I was really doing stuff when I had SoundForge and Acid Pro. And then I went from that to Pro Tools, which I really thought I was doing something. That's my first, like, 2 albums were recorded in Pro Tools. And then I discovered GarageBand after I bought my Mac. And then I'm like, I don't need Pro Tools, that's too much. Thanks for your help, appreciate it. No problem, man. Would you say that alcohol helps you write better or read? It definitely opens up a more honest channel. I mean, I'm already honest, and especially when I'm writing, but it loosens me up. So, in a sense, especially if I'm feeling really tense, I examine a lot of my thoughts under. I already do that, but like when I'm under those things, it definitely puts me even deeper in that mood to examine my thoughts, and so sometimes I write better. I don't know. Gaming headset on a messenger phone to that trash stick mic with Audacity to an extremely decent condenser mic with Cubase. Hey man, you joined on the tail end. I'm about to get off of here, and what is it? We've been going for 52 minutes. I'll give it like 7 more minutes. Once this reaches an hour, I'll get off. But we're at 52 right now. But yeah, we were just talking about like what equipment I started on and all that stuff. This lighting is really dope. I just wish I had a better camera for this. I'm trying to figure out what I should eat today. Burritos, probably. Chicken burrito. Should cook some fries too. Is a Mac necessary for starting? No, it is not. You can use a Mac. You can use a PC. You could use Linux computer. But I would not recommend Linux because nobody makes programs for Linux. But you definitely have to have a computer or a phone, one of those. You can't just get started without something. You need something. Some kind of computer, whether it's this computer or this computer. You need something. It would be impossible to make music without one of those things. What lighting you got though? Because you're right, that do smack. It's this Yongnuo Chinese YN360 lights. Yongnuo. I got it from Amazon. I learned about these from YC Imaging. I got one is red, one's blue. You know, the colors on the opposite end of the spectrum. They're the ones that I use in my videos in the back. I just had an idea one day to buy them and be like, oh, that would look pretty dope. And I think that's my look. They're very cheap too. They're only like, these are the first generation. I think they're only like 70 or 80 bucks a piece. Is GarageBand my problem or my mic? With what? Should I go with Logic Pro or GarageBand? It depends. If you're just starting out, go with GarageBand, because Logic is basically GarageBand, but it's more complicated. It's got better features and all that stuff, but you have to know what you're doing. Unless you just want to dive in, then go with Logic. But if you want to get your feet wet first, then go with GarageBand. It's totally capable. Your songs always come out trash. How so? The vocal quality? Are you making beats? What's trash about it? She had a big head. Last question: essentials for a beat vlog? Should you be honest in everything you record, or just do your thing of making beats? Well, first of all, what do you mean a beat vlog? Are we talking about a video here? Are we talking about a YouTube video, or are we talking about songs? Big fan from the UK. I didn't see this comment yet. Big fan from the UK, and I've always had questions for someone like you with a lot of experience. Well, I'm here, man. You hear any tracks yet? You talking about for the mixing and mastering? No, I haven't. I've downloaded like 80. I downloaded 80 different tracks that I have to go through, which will start tomorrow. What's shortest and longest you've ever written a song? Shortest was probably like an hour. Longest, 5 years. Just about 5 years on one song. Annie's my favorite song. Thanks, man. I love that song too. I wish I had the rights to release it, because I definitely would. YouTube channel loves me. Love you too. Are you saying yikes about the 5 years? Or yikes about the 80 songs I have to go through? And actually, it's more than that, because people have been sending emails since then. And then most of them didn't send it in the right format. So that's another thing. How did you connect with Lala? Who's Lala? I don't know who Lala is. Oh, Layla Hathaway. I didn't personally connect with her. It was the guy that I used to do shows with. He always knew how to book shows and get shows booked. His name is Onki. Sometimes he pops in on these lives. But he used to know how to book shows all around San Diego. And there's a venue downtown where he somehow got us to open for her. Like, he knew the people that run the venue somehow, got to connect. And then we ended up being the opening act because he had that connection. That's why connections are very important. IG's Gutter Baby 96. My songs when I record them. Then slide in with the add in a few. Oh, you guys are talking to each other? Or what? I think so. How can I say what I want to say but without saying it to avoid being basic in my lyrics? Any tricks you use? Yes, I have a video on how to write lyrics for a song. That's actually exactly what it's called, and I explain exactly what you're asking right now. Using metaphors and similes, basically having an idea of what you want to say, but then describing it in a different way. Describing it using an imagery or metaphor or simile or something. Like, if I want to say my hair is long, okay, that's very basic. Or I can say my hair stretched like Rapunzel, or I don't know, just things like that. There are ways. Or like I gave an example in that video, one of my songs where I'm talking about being haunted. I can easily say I was haunted by this X. I was haunted by the memories of this person. But instead I said karmic cycles are overhead me like an albatross. It's a pretty long phrase to say that I'm haunted, but karmic cycles are like things, karmic. It's from your past. Are overhead me, so they're flying overhead me. They're haunting me because they're constantly in my head, like an albatross. So overhead me like an albatross. An albatross is a bird, so it's like a bird is constantly hovering over me, and these are my past memories, things like that. You should manage you. I need a manager for myself. I wouldn't know the slightest thing about management. I would know about like YouTube management, but not necessarily like artist management. I don't even have the wherewithal and the knowledge to manage myself, figuring things out by myself. But yeah, if you're talking about YouTube, that's something I can do, but that's something that's not free. Charles Gambino is a god at writing extremely simple lyrics, but also making them deep beyond all reason. Yeah, exactly. You take a very simple phrase and you just like blow it way out of proportion. You make it really dramatic. But I need to eat, y'all. My head is actually starting to hurt. I think it was the gin I drank yesterday. Where do you see yourself in 5? I'll answer this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you someone with a backup plan in case? I used to be somebody with a backup plan. Now I don't have one because whatever happens in life, I know for me personally, I feel like it was supposed to happen. So no backup plan. I don't even like plan ahead at that. I mean I know what I want to accomplish in my life. I know what I want to do, where I want to be. 5 years from now, I want to still have a YouTube channel, but have like 10 million subscribers. Something like that, with my own studios, worldwide, in different countries, and helping out beginners and starters and things like that. Having a online marketplace where beat makers can apply to be a part of the site, and then like people come there to buy beats and music, and then like if you're a pop producer and somebody wants a pop beat, then they'll select, oh, this is the marketplace for pop producers, here's what they have to offer, like stuff like that. I have so many big ideas, that's just one of them, but I really want to branch out in that way, just to help people make music, help people grow in their music, help people make money off of their music, and then also make money myself off of these things. And the whole backup, yeah, like Ryan Leslie, and the whole backup plan is to just there's no backup plan. It's just to ride the wave. Whatever comes in life is what's supposed to come in life. So even my plans to do all these things are just loose plans that could easily change. I don't have a backup plan because I know that life is just going to take me wherever it takes me anyway, and there's no fighting against that. So that's the reason why I have a YouTube channel. I mean, that's the reason why I'm focused heavily on the YouTube channel. I had one before, but I never knew that it was going to be as big as it is now. I just rode with it, and it took me here. So, how do you master GarageBand? Did you have help? No, everything's self-taught. I just spend a lot of time in it. It's very easy to learn. I started in Pro Tools. Maybe that's why it was easy, because I started in a very complicated program, Pro Tools. Then I went to GarageBand. I was like, it's really this easy? Yeah, it was. So, let me say what's up to Clarendon. I think that's how I say your name. You're making beats. I'm about to leave, man. My thoughts on FL is it's a great program. I just wish it had better stock sounds. I haven't used it in like 10 years, so I don't know what it has now. I know it's very capable. I love it, and I've made some pretty dope tracks in there. Some of my most favorite tracks in there, but I like Machine more. So the sampling is working, but it's making a weird noise when I play it with the sound. Do you know? I don't know. If I have to hear the sound, I can't. Without knowing what noise it's making, I can't really help. So yeah, I gotta go. My head is hurting. I need to take some kind of Advil pill and eat, because I think that's part of it. I haven't eaten all day yet. My dog is looking pretty bored. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all you guys. Do you already have knowledge on music theory before you started beat making? Yes, but not theory in the terms of like I know this is a C sharp and all that. I just know sounds. I know by the ear. I know theory, not by what's written down. Are you any what? Am I any these days? I don't know what that means. That's a question I answer like all the time. I have projects in GarageBand that I need to finish. I don't want to switch while I'm in the middle of making an album. That's why I don't use Logic right now. It's just that. I don't like to mess up the creative process. Thanks, YZir, YZIR. Schoolboy, what did you mean? I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna get off here. But I gotta know what you meant by that, because I don't. Am I any these days? I don't know if that's a typo or not. What transitions do I use? If you look up my video, how to structure a song, I talk about my transitions. I use leans usually, or I just go straight from a verse to a chorus. It depends. I have a video on how I learned to produce. I taught myself. Love my videos. Thank you very much. When you trying a Netflix watch party, I was gonna try it this weekend, but I didn't plan it very well, so I probably will try this coming weekend. Don't go to Logic, stay on GarageBand. No, I have to at some point go to Logic because GarageBand. I love GarageBand, but when you have 30 tracks and they all need to have plugins on it, putting 30 different plugins individually on each track is the worst experience of my life. Logic has bus channels. I need bus channels, so I can't stay on GarageBand forever. This is a message to all you out there, guys. Don't get comfortable and stay somewhere too long. You have to challenge yourself. You got to move up at some point. Just because something is working for you doesn't mean you shouldn't progress. So, yeah. Have I got love in my life? I do, but I don't know if it's in the way that you're thinking or you're asking. Since DJs are expensive, when we start doing shows, can we DJ for ourselves? Yes, you can. I know plenty of people who do that. I actually know a professional artist who does that or did that for a while. Your projects transfer straight over to Logic, though, no matter what. I know that, but it's still, I have to learn the program itself. I have to kind of, there's different things. There's bus channels. There's all these different plugins that are different now. And like the operation, the workflow is going to kind of be halted when I open stuff up in there because I don't know. I have never opened Logic on here, so I don't know where everything is. I don't know, you know, all that stuff. I just want to finish what I have in GarageBand and then I'll start in Logic fresh. I don't want to have to like sit there and where's the no, when I'm creating that ruins everything, so I gotta finish what I have in GarageBand and then I'll switch. Not over everything. Logic is useful. Logic is the truth. It's the bigger brother to GarageBand. That's why I'm gonna switch eventually. After this project is over, after the next Ouroboros, I'm making the switch. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making GarageBand videos. I'm still gonna make GarageBand videos if that's your worry. But just for me personally, I have to switch because I can't keep doing this plug-in and stuff. How do I learn to create content? I taught myself. The same way that I learn everything, I teach myself. But all right, guys, let that be a lesson. Teach yourself. That's the closing words. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm 10 minutes over. When am I gonna chill again on YouTube? Probably this weekend, Saturday, I think. I will post a community post when I do. And I know you're not saying I should switch, but I know that GarageBand projects open up in Logic. It's just that's the reason why I haven't switched, is because I'm still gonna have to learn the interface of Logic. Even though it's very much like GarageBand, it still has different things about it that I'm gonna have to. Right now, I operate on muscle memory. So if I open up Logic and I try to do every single thing that I do in GarageBand, but in Logic, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work out. So, yeah. Because I from the videos I've seen, it's definitely different. Like, it's the same, but it's different. It'll be the little tiny details that slow me down the worst. Which reminds me, I actually need to purchase Logic, because right now I'm using my friend's Logic. I need to purchase my own, so I'll probably do that. Which artists do you know that DJs for themselves? He used to do it. I don't know if he still does, but it was the one that I currently record, B Slade. He did a couple shows where he just took his iPhone up there and pressed play. But okay, I gotta go. I'm very hungry. Thank you guys. No more questions. I will post on the community when I'm gonna be live again. I'm surprised there weren't like 90 people in here, because 90 people voted that they would come. Anyway, that's a different story. So thank you guys as always. New video on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm mixing the first song. It may be yours, so watch out for it. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. And I'm out of here. Stay legendary. You just got here? I'm out. I gotta go. I've been staying for too long. But yeah, this weekend I'll be back. So make sure this weekend you pay attention to the community post. Alright guys, bye.